Shalom Makyam Wagwag. First and foremost, I like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Makakwadash. I like to proceed this lesson with giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And I just want to, start off this lesson with this is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose, yea, that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. This is talking about, Yahushai, Yahweh Shem Yahushai visiting the earth, man, and, and what those Christians say, how they say the Lord's going to come with peace, man. No, he's not. Let me read that again. Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose, yea, that I come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. And it says, verse 52, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And what are we seeing happening around the earth, man? It's majority, is happening here in Babylon the Great, man. In America, man. I just want to play these these videos right now, but to break this down, we see the family unit being, fully thrashed, man. There's no more order within households of, the Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. A lot of dysfunctional families out here, man. This is what Esau Edom wanted, man. These are the curses, first and foremost. But also Esau Edom is pushing that vibration, man. And that's what's coming with this 2025 agenda, man. He wants to take out the family unit, man. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12, and it reads, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we've been seeing, men, dudes killing their women because they're cheating. That's already been happening a lot, man. Dudes go on lives and record. There's this one where this dude, he shot his girl, and he's on Facebook Live, man, and he records her body, man. There's another one too where this dude, he says he's gonna kill himself, man, after he just killed his girl and his son with him, man. There's so much of this has been happening within, the nation of Israel, man. But this is coming on a greater scale, man. Hey, this is what we're seeing with all these troops, man. Let me read Matthew 24 and 11 again, and 12, Salakia. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And what are we coming into, man? Here, before I read into this, I want to read this one. This is part of the curses, man. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And these are part of, the curses, man. But we're seeing this on a grander scale. Let me go to it's not that one. Salakia. But nonetheless, we're seeing the love of many wax cold, man. just want to go back to that one and, break down too. Because this one's in general. Matthew chapter 24, verse 11, verse 12, Salakia. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. What times are we in, man? We are in the times of Jacob's trouble, man. Let me get this precept real quick. Dang keyboard. Okay, there we go. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, and it reads, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Let me get it in the NLT, just so it can say it in a different way to to you may be some new listeners, or just in general. It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, and it reads in the NLT, in the New Living Translations, and it reads, in all history there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel. You see, it says there's not going to be a time in history where stuff has ever been, as bad as it's going to get, man. Things are going to get, things are going to get crazy out here, man. Things are going to get destructive. Things are going to, it's going to be filled with pure horror, man. If you're not filled with, if you're not protected by the way of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. No other gods are going to save you in these times coming, man. And it reads, let me read from the top, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. In all history there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time for trouble for my people Israel. And we're seeing that with all these ICE, agents picking people up. It's not Northern Kingdom no more. It's not the Mexicans, the Salvadorians, the Hondurans, the Guatemalans, the Venezuelans, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans. Now it's, you so-called Negroes, man. Southern Kingdom, you so-called Haitians, Jamaicans, Negroes, so forth, man. Hey, Jacob's trouble has officially started, man. We're in the beginning stages, man. And that's why we're seeing the love of many waxing cold. And this is what's coming, man. This one right here, that's the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 19. Let me see if I can get more on it. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse, let me start at verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 14 is talking about woe to all the inhabitants of the earth, man. To all the people, because, hey, there's Jakes around the whole world, man. And it says, but this is also for other nations, man. Everybody's going to get it. But first, we know that it has to start at the house of Yahweh Shem Yahushai with the Israelites, man. And it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in the hand. For there shall be sedition among men. It's going to be separations among men, civil wars, riots in the streets. Edomites ganging up to try to kill, black people, man. Or Mexican people, doesn't matter, man. These things are really coming on a full grand scale. A lot of things are about to happen, man. For verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses. They're not going to care about the governments, man. People are not going to give a fuck about the governments. The military, the police, those people that are on duty, they're going to turn their backs, and they're going to, they're going to go against the government, man. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And what's coming, man. We know that Jacob's trouble was coming, man. But hey, I'm gonna just get verse 17, man. Just Then I'll break this one down. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know, soon you're not gonna be able to leave the city that you're in because they're gonna barricade us in. They're gonna barricade people in, man. You know, the only people that are gonna escape are the members of the elect, man, of the 144,000, man, and the 1/3, man. You know, verse 18, for because of the pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And what are we seeing, man? The pride of the city shall be troubled, and that's already happening with the raids, man. And they're planning to send ICE out there to San Francisco now, man. Hey, call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Hey, and another thing, man, Insurrection Act might be, you know, established on October 18th, man. Adon Ratazah. You know, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, with their guns, with their bombs, man. And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Because, hey, the storehouses are going to be done for, man. We're coming into those times of there's not going to be... Let me just... Hold on. Just for edification's sake, man. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Because, hey, these are the times that we're in, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And it reads, and suddenly shall the sown places appear sown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. You know, let me read this. It says unsown, Salaki. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. You know? And that's the times that we're coming into, man. There's not going to be no more food in Walmart or fucking Target, Circle K, Sam's Club, Costco, wherever you go, man. Wherever food mart you go, any little convenience store, Family Dollar, Dollar General, all those shits are going to be, nothing's going to be open, man. Hey, because all this is coming, man. Let me read verse 19 again, man. And I'll close on out with that. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. You know, this is what we're coming in. You know, matter of fact, I want to close out with the book of Luke chapter 12. No. It's Salakia. It's had it right here. The love of many. Just had it right now. Salakia. Love of many shall wax cold, man. Because this is the time that we're in, man. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You know, and we're seeing people's spirits, you know, their ugly attitudes and spirits coming out, man. But we're fully going to see people's, you know, true intentions when they don't got, you know, no food to eat. When, you know, they don't got nothing, no type of skills to survive, man. You know, they can, you know, you can be housing them. They can probably, you know, go behind your back, take your shit, man. You know, but those are, you know, all that stuff is going to happen to those who don't believe to the Most High, man. In the name of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know, but those who are abiding under, you know, the shadow of the Almighty, man, they shall be protected in those times, man. You know, with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect, man. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. And to you brothers and sisters, you know, that are in the truth, man, with sincerity, we say Shalom, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Brakatham. With that, I want to say Shalom.